what is just to wrap up here? What should people expect if they called you tomorrow? They've got a plant. What should be the expectation, the process, the timeline? What's that first call like? What's the actual ordering process, lead times, things like that?
For example, in the Texas area, and we all go to market a little bit differently. We have DCs, distribution centers in Texas, so we're on the ground with the customers,
right?
And that necessitated that for us, and that back in the early 2012, 2013. So we were actually open. So customer calls us there, we get the initial, hey, what's going on? It's like you had asked before, what's your bottleneck? What's your issue? What machine are you running on? What are you trying to make? Okay. So he gives us that information. Okay. I can be there. It's Tuesday. Got an opening next Monday. Will Monday work? We can be there before you start up or after you shut down, so we can come up, crawl on the machine, take a look around a little bit. And then if you're going in the morning, then we can watch it run after you fire up. That way we can see some of the issues you've been talking about. Because if you're just looking at a screen without it running, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what kind of issues they're having.
Yeah, we pride ourselves on being the fastest in the world. I mean, I'd say from the point where a customer knows and understands what they want to the point of reception at their actual gate, I'm very happy always to tell people we are the fastest because it's our only focus. I mean, that's what we're doing. To us, it's not just another widget that we're selling as part of a large turnkey plant or whatever. So, sometimes it's a little bit harder to get to market because it's so nichey and it's so specialty. But once a customer is using it, we pride ourselves on being the fastest. And on that note, too, of, crawling around the screens, one thing I would encourage producers out there to do is call your local Polydeck guy and take advantage of the free plant surveys. They're unbiased, they're not tied to whatever type of equipment you're using. And these can help you see layers of the screen that your maintenance guys just don't typically have the luxury of time to get in on, right? And we'll do it. We'll write it all up. The decision is ultimately theirs. Our guys are not pushy. We pride ourselves on being neutral with people and just provide the information for a customer or a prospect, right?
Sure. And then when they have those questions, then we can help give suggestions and certain things that we can do as far as Polydeck to help their issue.
What would a typical turnover, if someone is, what would a turnover look like if someone's, still using steel or they want to do a hybrid of it or whatever they want to do, if they're going to turn over to a Polydeck, by the time, if they started the conversation today, how long would it be before they'd be using your products in their plant?
4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks, generally?
Yeah, for a standard retrofit.
For a standard retrofit conversion.
Yeah,
sure.
And how is that quite a bit of your business where you are you doing a lot of that?
Yeah, it's pretty even split, I'd say, with what we call new OEM installs, where a customer tells us, hey, we want to use a brand X. Our engineering team will actually get together with brand X's engineering team so that...
Oh, you are doing that. Okay.
Yeah, all the fitment, all the three-dimensional modeling's taken care of, because one thing we want to offer customers is once you give us your objective and any running parameters that you maybe already know, then we actually take that, run with it with the equipment vendor that you've picked to size everything, get sort of the nerdy nitty gritty stuff taken care of for you. But then you walk out of that with the performance guarantee too. And what that means is that if you bought the 120 square feet on that 6x20 we talked about earlier, we guarantee that the 120 square feet is going to do what we said it's going to do. So if it's 25% out, it's our responsibility to provide you with those panels to dial it in to where we said it was going to be.